I am broadcasting live. I've got a concert this weekend that I'm very excited to present with my fellow musicians at Duran Music Studio. It's a beautiful September day, and I'm walking about on campus, about ready to get in my car and head back for some additional music making. Having the phone like this is interesting. Oh, look, I'll enhance my books. I've checked out some interesting books on family business, and I can kind of review them for you as I drive here, at least what I've read so far. Maybe that will be helpful. Okay, I'm going to check out a book on principles of good singing. And in this book, it's talking about singing the consonants and training the high voice and the low voice. But I also have Your Family Business already checked out. And a couple of other books on family business. One is titled From Generation to Generation, which is a little bit intimidating because it spoke about planning for succession in your family business, and the other one seems to be focusing a lot on relationships, because some people will say, in my business, my family business, relationships it's more about the family. Brazil. No, this is crazy. God bless you from Brazil. I was just learning on campus here that is the third most popular language on the internet is Portuguese. Isn't that crazy? Okay. And my brother-in-law, so I'm talking about family business because I run a family music business, and I definitely want you guys to subscribe if you love music, classical music. I'm teaching a music appreciation course, and then I go directly from that home where I start actually making music, creating new music. We're going to do a concert this weekend. I'm hoping to broadcast it over YouTube so some of my new subscribers can get in there and enjoy it. But basically, there's a whole book of the Bible, the Psalms, that is dedicated to making music and using that to extend your worship experience. And it goes through such a range of emotions. So I was in class and we were talking about how long does your typical mood last. And one of the kids said they've been in an angry mood for 5 years and 11 days. And then other people were more like, yeah, my typical mood lasts $5. Not $5. What am I saying? 5 minutes. I'm being very careful here because it's city traffic. And once I make this right, then, all right, yay, she stopped at the stop walk. Okay, it's better now. All right, we're in a little downtown area here. I live in the suburbs, so I teach downtown music appreciation, and we're in the Baroque period, which was a period where operas were produced, concertos. They they were still doing masses for the Catholic Church. They were doing what other kind of music? Dance music. They had their own style of dance music. And whoa, my power was about to go out there. And it was really fun to look at the art because we were looking at the Sistine Chapel and the various palaces in Europe, and art, like definitely one piece of art gives you a heightened sense of emotion, and it's usually not two different emotions. Usually it's just one. And so this relates to the doctrine of the affections from the Baroque period. But you go throughout a day and you have like all these different moods. Like, if you know what kind of mood you're in, chat it in here. We defined moods as being happy, sad, angry, or meh, like cool. I think the day is great. I have a lot of energy today, and that makes me happy. Except I'm hungry. How's your day going? So this is very fun for me because um, I am driving right now, and when I play the music that I play, I am constantly operating my thumbs. Like, I play a very rare old instrument that's called the bassoon, and you can see it in my profile picture. It's basically a bundle of sticks you can make music out of. It's not generally hooked up to a microphone, and so the best way I feel it brings its music out is playing in small groups of instruments, like a flute and a bassoon, a singer with the bassoon providing like a low bass line. Um, Violin and bassoon is something I'm doing a lot of because my daughter plays violin. And thumbs. And workout last night because I'm playing as part of an inauguration for Lee University in Tennessee. They've had in history of their college only 4 presidents, so this is going to be the 4th president, and they wanted to have everything going. They've got like 500 people singing, and there's just one little me playing my bundle of sticks, adding a little something. But it is so amazing and awe-inspiring to think like what this Christian university could do. And where I work, it's a college, but there's so many Christians there and prayers being answered. And I feel like God's doing great things in these days. Um, so I'm happy to participate, but a little disoriented. And then that will make me like confused. For me is usually not a good mood, and it's not a great mood to play music. Like, there's 2 pieces that were marches by one by an Englishman named Holst, and the other by an Englishman named Vaughan Williams. They both loved folk songs, and I love their melodies because I love to sing. So I'm just listening away to the music, and the director said, when you get to number 2, go back to the fine. And I scanned the music. It was kind of dark, and I could not find any fine in that piece of music. So I was looking for about 20, 30 seconds, and everybody starts playing around me. You can't hear me very much, but I am adding something to the texture and ambiance, especially at the beginning of this one piece. But I didn't know what piece we were on, so I was playing, looking at the piece by the other Englishman, where I have to count 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2. And I'm just sitting there counting my rests away. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to be playing some music. So uh, I finally and shuffle back to the first piece of music that has the fine, and I realize I've been leaving out the few notes that would have really mattered, and I'm hoping that the conductor doesn't care. I hope he doesn't listen to this live, but if he does, it wasn't the performance, it was just the rehearsal, and hopefully he'll give me grace, and I will be right on the ball for this next performance, because the Lee School of Music is really, really great. It is great to have people sustaining the music of our age and using like every possible way to do it. And so I get to do that large scale. I'm just playing a tiny role. Most of the stuff it seems like we do day to day, like just like a little ant. Yeah, that's so true, man. So it's like you're a little ant trying to get your crumbs from one place to the next. So I just went around that thing and went back. But I have an open rehearsal, a performance from Duran Music Studio this Sunday. So usually on Sundays it's more chill, and we are going to perform like for an hour some very creative stuff with the Psalms, and we're gonna go through the different moods of prayer. Because sometimes when you're praying, it's because you're struggling and there's opposition. Ultimately, all that opposition comes from Satan, but sometimes it's a struggle to believe God loves you, or it's a struggle to believe somebody else hates you so much and you can't really change your circumstances. But you can tell God about them, and He does care. And other times you just think, who can I thank for all this wonderful green trees that I'm looking at, these roads that I did not make, um, the fact that there's food that I can go home and eat. Like, this is amazing stuff. And there's just a sense of joy and thankfulness that comes into your prayers. Then there's also some prayers David has in the Psalms where they teach you. Um, and Psalm 1 kind of teaches you there's two paths in life. Like, there's the foolish path and the blessed path, the happy path, the wise path. And we're going to start off with Psalm 1 on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Tune in here. I want you all to be there to hear these beautiful sounds. And it's just going to be so great. So we have piano. There's a university that's going to sing. He's really good. And he finished his song yet. He said, well, it's going to be one of those, you just got to be there to hear it. If you weren't there, you're not going to get it. So there's no recordings of this yet. There's no publication of it. But we'll hear his version of Psalm 1. Then we're going to hear one that I composed. I started working on it like 25 years ago. That's how long it can sometimes take me to get to the point where I'm ready to perform. I'm going to put reminders out about this Psalms concert because I just want it to be so like chill and creative and beautiful and just go into another world. Because sometimes on Sunday after I've worshiped, I will get like dreading Monday just a little bit. And I've found that if I step out and make a little bit of music on Sunday night, it helps ease the path because I'm just creating something new and beautiful, and it helps me embrace all the rest of the things that I have to do during the week. And so that's going to be a big thing for us. And I'm hoping the International Make Music Day is on June 21st. And so generally, like, the seasons of the calendar change. June 21st is the longest day of the year, and International Make Music Day started in France, where they said everybody who is willing to play any sort of instrument or sing, they should go out to the streets and start making music. Um, but it takes preparation to lead up to something like that. So I thought if I did a concert September 21st and about March 21st, then I'd definitely be ready for June 21st. December 21st, people are generally getting ready for Christmas then. So I thought I should do Christmas carols that night. Um, but I'm thinking for my own personal musical contribution to the world, the part that I can control, I would like to have about 3 months to build up and understand what music sounds most beautiful, and then give it a public performance, uh, publish the sheet music with um, Sheet Music Plus or JW Pepper, and just see how many other people I can get making the music, because I don't write music for myself. I write music for God, and I write it for other people. And each person, as they're recreating the music that's in front of them, they're doing it in a unique way. Like, you can listen to a product that's made by a machine, but ultimately somewhere, like, before you hear the machine making the music, there had to be a person that decided that was going to be the thing that you're going to hear. Classical music is the people are very intimately involved. It's like a whole family of musicians that are connected back to Beethoven. So and so's teachers thought they taught so and so, who taught so and so, who taught so and so, and then moved to this country and then started this school of, um, Franco-Russian violin playing, and this school of Italian bassoon playing and French bassoon playing. Oh, darn, I took the wrong turn. I just texted my family that, wait a minute, wait a minute, at work. Okay, this morning when I left for work, but now I'm coming home. Oh, wait, it just says stop. And if it says stop, it probably will say go. Oh, yeah, it says slow, go slow. So I went to this convenience store when we just moved in this house where I've started the music studio, and I thought, I don't have enough money left over to even buy myself a drink. Like, I can't buy a bottle of Coke. This is gonna